Call this meeting to order. Mr. Camara, if you could lead us in the pledge, please.
Place your right hand over your heart, take your hats off, and or salute the flag if you're in the military. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. Roll call, Madam Secretary.
1 sec. I gotta find the sheets.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll forgive me, but I'm very disorganized at the moment. I was here early, but nobody knows it. I was here at 5:30. I had to go run errands for everybody. Okay, I have some speaker cards, so I'm gonna do that.
Repeat the five. In new.
What you read from the journal?
Yeah, no, it's okay. I've got something right here. I want to be able to.
I'm gonna miss this.
Never seen anything take so long in my life.
It's okay. It's okay here, but that's all right. Okay. Okay.
Quiet.
Yes, and please forgive me because it's dark in here and I'm like half blind. All right, Mr. Thomas.
Here.
Mr. Howard. Uh-oh, 1 sec, my pencil didn't write.
You want a pen?
I got one of those too. I got it, it's okay. Yeah, oh, give me a pen. I like your pens. I'm here. Okay, Stacy's Rains. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Rains. Okay. Jason Ackerman.
Here.
Thank you, dear. Paul Anand.
Present.
I saw you, thank you. John Camara.
Here.
Thank you. Marino de la Cuesta.
Here.
Thank you. Steve Friedman.
Here.
Thank you. Marilyn, I know is not here, so we put absent real quick. Okay. John Hendry.
Here.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Here.
Mr. Lynn.
Here.
Okay. Mr. Martin.
Here.
I know you're here, you helped me. Mr. Maravi right next to me, but say it anyway.
Yes. Here.
Ms. Meyer. Here. Mr. Knoll. Mr. Knoll is absent?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Padden. Here. Actually on the way in. Mr. Robbins?
Yep.
And Ms. Skelton? I know, she was outside eating pizza.
Nope, she's right here.
Oh, she is in. She didn't see us. Good job, girl. Okay. All right, we have a quorum.
I'm sorry, honey.
Very good. We have a
Yeah.
quorum and we can
A lot of
officially
people.
officially conduct city business. On item 3, comments from the chair. I have nothing at this time. Item 4, public comment.
You have some?
Come on down.
Do you have any cards? No cards?
Yeah, we have them.
You have cards?
Hello, I'm Maura McCarthy. I am the co-founder of Alcoa Graffiti. Last time I was up here, I was talking about the Great Streets Initiative, which we did not get. But right now, there is an arts activation fund that is specific for arts and activation, much more in line with what we were proposing before. So I will be looking for a letter of support for that. And then also, we are working with the council to do 10 electrical boxes from Oxnard to Victory, and with the theme of movies that are set in the valley and vintage cars and also Hollywood actors. So it'll be super cool, and we will be looking for financial support from you guys for that. And I will, I've been communicating with Carino, and I think everything else is good.
Sweetheart, do you have a card?
I do.
I would like that, please, so I have it for the minutes.
Yep.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Candido.
Miriam would like to speak first, Mr. President, if that's okay with you?
Sure.
Okay.
Come on down.
All right. I'm in the middle taking my,
We need to know this.
yes, I wanted to commend everybody to.
Oh.
I'm glad there should be light.
Wish it was earlier than I could
I'm
send
very
more.
grateful because it's a terrible thing to have to be dependent on our electric grid. Unfortunately, folks, this is a very big emergency we have that we need to have to be ready for. What we have to do is get ready because I don't know what will happen. They will attack us, attack the electric grid. Anyway, we need to do is concentrate on our infrastructure, our sidewalks, our streets, getting them ready for an emergency situation that's needed here. And we need to all be prepared to, even if you have to, be trained how to use a firearm. I don't know how many people are for or against, whatever you want to be. But we need to be ready in case that we have to use firearms. Unfortunately, we have to all work together to get the peace here and get people together and not allow any violent, evil people coming here and taking our heads off. So I'm just letting you know that I don't agree, I always oppose this administration here in Washington. Obama's tactic isn't working, it's failing. So we're in a big problem because they are infiltrating everywhere in the world.
Chair, point of order, please.
Yes,
2
sir.
minutes per.
I think you've gone over 2 minutes.
Okay, I just want to let you know the sidewalk here needs to be fixed out here on across the street.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam.
Okay, we need to fix the sidewalk.
Thank you very much.
I think it's Watkins, but it's not.
Mr.
Up
President,
next.
may I take start my clock? The new member is very active. I'm glad to see that he's doing some work around here. Mr. President, I want to compliment Jeff Lynn in running the elections for the short amount of time that he had. He got a lot of things done. I want to thank Carino. Carino, I want to thank you for getting those posters ready so we can post it. Even though we had 5 days, that candidates can come out and run for offices. So I want to thank you for that. It was surprising though when we were putting them up. We put them here on Van Nuys Boulevard, but were you the one that put them at the dog pound? There was a couple of places that we ran over, so that was good.
Parks and everything, libraries.
Okay, Mr. Jay Handel, keeping an eye on our election, and then the other gentleman, Tom, I forget what his name, but I've spoken with him, and so we seem to be doing well and ready to go. I hope some of the new candidates give some of you a run for your money, and then we'll see who comes up on top. And it's nice to have some new faces around here, but there's some new people that have come on board who I think deserve more time on this board. So with that, again, I hope we have a great election. And I believe Mr. Lynn's going to talk about having a candidates forum so people can meet the candidates. So I hope you'll talk about that a little further.
Yeah, we're speaking with the president. We're planning on having that sometime in March.
Yes, sir.
And we have 6 new candidates, at least. I'm told that not all of the candidates are up on Dunn's website yet, surprise, surprise. So we'll have at least 6, and we'll have them at the forum.
Very good.
Good job, Mr. Lynn.
Anyone else for public comment?
George, you didn't have him out, but they wanted to speak. So I was going to have him come up with, just for my outreach. I'll get up and say something outreach, and then I'll let them come.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, George, I make a point of order that Donna is going to be arriving late, so she'll have her public comment later.
Very good. All right, Secretary's report. Jeanette Hopp.
Here we go. Jake's on past now. In about 2 secs, you'll be getting the minutes, so you can see I always make a hard copy. I did finally download the PDF, and now I'm just trying to figure out how to get them to queue at VNNC or info@vnnc.org. So we'll have them all posted, which is cool, but this is for those who don't have computers. There are a few people that do not. So that you have that information, there you go. What else did I want to say? That's about it. Stacy and I spent some time together working on trying to update our treasurer's information and working on that. She's doing a great job. So I just wanted you guys to know that. She won't start. She's like yours truly, dedicated. And I like that. So I just wanted you to know. That's it.
Thank you.
All right, I make a motion that we adopt the January minutes. Seconded by Councilmember Robbins. Madam Secretary, I call for the vote.
Okay. 2 steps. And next little bitty whopper. Okey dokey, we've got Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Myself, yep, I guess I can do that. Stacy Rains. Yeah. Thank you, my dear. Jason Ackerman. Justin Ackerman. Sorry.
No, it's Jason.
And you know what? I made a typo. I had Jason right the first time. See, that's why I confused myself. My apologies, please, sweetheart. And?
Sure.
Thank you. Mr. Anand.
Abstain.
John Camara.
Yes.
Thank you, dear. Mr. De La Cuesta.
Yes.
Thank you, dear. Mr. Friedman.
Approve.
Thank you. So far, out of town, let me get to this. Absent. Mr. Hendry.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Lazarovitz.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Marabi.
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Knowles absent. Ms. Padden. Yes. Thank you. Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
Thank you. And Ms. Skelton.
Abstain.
I knew that was coming.
Email, I have a new email.
She always abstains. But you got them hard copy. Read it.
All right, so the minutes are approved. Anything else, Madam Secretary?
That'll do it for the moment.
Very good. Treasurer's report, Madam Treasurer.
Okay. So we didn't do that much spending for the month of January. But I'm gonna do a board vote at the same time.
One we call Michelle.
We spent,
I'll do it too, so not to worry.
Speak up.
okay, we spent $458.87 for operations, zero in everything else, and we have $19,072.72 remaining in the account.
How much?
$19,072.72.
However, don't panic. There's also money on the P card too.
Yes.
So we're not broke.
How much money, how
Don't
much
get
money do we have
excited.
on a P card?
About 18 grand.
Or 18.
That's it.
No,
All right,
it's
so motion to approve Treasurer's
Seconded.
report. Seconded by Mr. Benjamin. Madam Secretary, I call for the vote on the Treasurer's report, please.
Okay. And there we go. Choose Shankies. All right. Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Myself, indeed. Ms. Raines.
Yeah.
Mr. Ackerman.
Sure.
Mr. Anand.
Aye.
Mr. Camara.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
Yes.
Mr. Friedman.
Yes.
She's out of town, 1 sec. Mr. Hendry.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Yes.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Yes.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Bell's absent. Ms. Padden.
Here.
Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton.
Abstain.
Okey dokey, it passes. Thank you
All
so
right,
very
motion
much.
passes. Moving on to committee chairpersons' reports. I'm going to start with Maria Skelton.
Hello. Thank you everyone for coming out this evening to stay with us. Sorry, we had a little hiccup earlier, but thank you for still staying with us. Outreach is doing a lot. I'm working with the Dreams office. It just takes one idea to make something happen. I had an idea, so why don't we have a expungement program to where I look at it like this and I say, we hustle because we make some issues and some mistakes in the past. We hustle because we cannot get a job or some issues of what we have done. So with the expungement program, what we will do, we will have a bunch of attorneys in a room, And the people will come with their printout and be able to speak to some attorneys, and hopefully they can get whatever issues that's on their record expunged at that time, so that way they can go back in the community and get a job, okay? So that was just one little issue, one little idea that I came up with. We're a full board, we should come up with at least an idea that can help a lot of people, okay? So, of course, I'm working with the Dreams Office, so that's still in the work, okay? This young man would like to come up and speak. There was no speaker's card, so
Right here.
excuse me, there was no speaker card when he
I
came
know,
in.
there are now.
Okay,
Like what?
Okay.
come on, sweetheart.
Name tags? Okay. Just put it on the outreach.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, the council. My name is Julio Castillo, and I am a representative for Revolution Financial Management and Transamerica Financial Advisors. And
Say again, you are the,
with Revolution Financial Management and Transamerica Financial Advisors. A little louder? Okay. You know, we are here today because we would like to reach to that community with our company to do financial education seminars, okay, free of charge. Okay.
that was going to be my next question. Thank you so much.
Free of charge, and what we're seeing right now is that, in my experience, I've been in the industry for about 6 years now, and what I'm seeing is that people have no idea what they're doing with their finances. And you know,
What finances?
Everyone, what finances, right? And everyone, I don't know if you guys agree, but everyone needs to know how to better manage their finances.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if we have children, right? That's why I think a lot of families are in a lot of trouble right now.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're trying to do, just teach some basic financial principles that are gonna help families set up, you know, a great financial foundation for themselves and their children. Also, another thing that we're seeing is that there's a lot of people with debt. We're gonna be able to help people with that as well. And retirement planning, college planning, and on retirement planning, most people are not gonna be able to retire the way things are looking right now. You know, there are no pensions anymore, and people have no idea what they're doing. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Maria, are we done on outreach? Okay. Election Committee Chair, Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Do you have any updates for us?
Well, beyond what I said before, we have 6 new candidates for office. I stated before, I was telling the president that it appeared to be 3 incumbents who had not signed up to run for re-election, but several of them have told me that they've gotten confirmation from Dunn, although Dunn hasn't put these people on their website. So I guess the jury's out on that. You know, who are the 3? Mr. Ackerman, Mr. Kimbies, and Mr. Ackerman, Mr. Kimbies, Ms. Savard.
Well, Ms. Havard has not registered.
Okay. So, again, this is, I'm sorry?
She's out of the country.
All right, well, I mean, anyway, the point is, this is up to Dunn to accept or not accept the paperwork and put it up on the website or not. The last time I checked, those were the 3. There were 6 new ones who were signed up. There were 3 old ones who are not, at least going by their website.
Was Mr. Robbins up there as well?
Yes.
Oh, he
Yes.
was, okay.
Yes, so, who are the new people? The new people are, I don't know all these people, just give you the names: Rocio Rodriguez, Doris L. Anderson, Veronica Johanna Marine, Jeremy Pessoa, Alejandro Figueroa, and some guy named Jacob Lynn. So those are the 6 new ones.
That person.
And we plan, as I said before, I think, on having a candidate forum. The president suggested March, as we did last year. And the election is in April. So our next big push will be to get out the vote and hopefully have a better turnout than we had 2 years ago.
Do we know anybody that's running unopposed other than me?
Well, again, I'm going by their website, so unopposed. Let me see. Bear with me. Looks like Mr. Anand is unopposed. Looks like Mr. Knoll is unopposed. That's not it. This Ms. Marine, I'm not sure. There's no one else, according to Dunn, signed up for this position. Large commercial business owner, representative. employee representative seat 1. Let's see, Ms. Patton's there, you're there. The residential renter one, I believe, is Mr. Ackerman's seat, which he tells me he's signed up for. You're not on the website, so anyway, that's what that is. You're unopposed, Mr. Benjamin. Mr. Hendry is unopposed. And this, again, this Jacob Lynn guy seems to be unopposed since Ms. Hibart did not sign up. So that's what we know right now.
What about Ms. Hop?
Ms. Hop,
Well-
quite a crowd.
Canby is commercial number 1.
Is that what you, okay. Again, I'm, not to be redundant, I'm going by their.
I got you.
This is a printout of their website, so.
Okay.
I think there's 2 people running against Ms. Hop, if
I
memory
figured
serves.
so, yeah, I love it when
And
I.
Mr. Figueroa and Mr. Pessoa. were there.
Yeah, what did I say at the last meeting? Okay.
Question, Mr. President? This candidate forum, I think, is a great idea. You had mentioned possibly asking Ms. Montanez. I saw her on TV talking about the national debate. Maybe we can get her to help be one of your questionnaires.
Yes, yeah, we inquired about that, and I'm waiting for an answer, but that would be great if she'd do it.
Okay.
All right, any other council chair people? Going once. Karina, you got anything for us? You're humming along just fine?
Yeah, actually, February 17th, there's a meeting here in regards to the small lot subdivision amendment. They're trying to update the small lot development to add more open space and guest parking. So it's going to be February 17th. It'll be on the website. So anybody wants to.
Where's the small lot located?
It's here in this room.
No, where is the lot itself?
Oh, no, it's just it's an ordinance,
regarding
a small lot
the ordinance.
I got you, okay.
Yes.
You mentioned about the, what we discussed at the meeting about the 2 conditions and no more auto repair.
Yeah, a couple months ago, we sent we approved to have a letter of support on 6710. It's the old Goodyear station that they were asking for a auto body repair shop, and one of the queue conditions on along Van Nuys, which is part of the community design overlay zone, that one of the things that one of the queue conditions is not to allow pawn shops, auto-related repairs, and it just happens that they went ahead and they applied. So we're trying to get some kind of more information on what position does planning have as far as approving it or not to approve it, because it is an ordinance, and they said they don't want to have more auto-related shops along Van Nuys Boulevard. So that's we're still doing more research, and we're also going to reach out with the city council on what the position is as far as the CDO key conditions are. So.
Very good. Any other chairpersons reports? Going once, going twice?
I just had a quickie update, and it was very quickie for budget advocates, and that is that we've been meeting as usual twice a month, and a couple of emergency get-togethers. We've all been going to the councilperson's office and/or their chief of staff. Second time as a follow-up for the first time that we went. The first time was to see if what they were going to ask for their budget. The second time is to see what they're actually thinking they're getting for their budget, and any recommendations that they want to make that we would put forth for them in our white paper. The white paper has been disseminated online, but it was a draft, and now we're working to finalize it, and that's where we're at.
Very good. Do we have any pending funding requests? Ms. Lopez.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Officer Michelle Lopez, and I'm currently assigned right here to Van Nuys Community Relations. I and my partner, Frank Argueta, are also co-captains for our Baker to Vegas running team, which is approximately 50 members of our station, 25 runners, and support. And basically, we're here today to request some assistance from you all to assist us with some of our needs. Baker to Vegas is one of the most expensive law enforcement, health-orientated program out there. It costs approximately $6,500 for a team to not only enter, to run, facilitate vehicles, gas, food, water, all that fun stuff. We do a lot of fundraising internally. However, it's just never enough. So we do request some assistance from various entities, and this year we're coming to you to ask for some financial support for our uniforms. Basically, we have not had uniforms. We basically get a t-shirt from Baker to Vegas, and that's pretty much all we can give. Not to mention the fact that it's $6,500 that we raised to have a team. Every officer and support has to obviously pay their way to Vegas. It's a 120-mile relay from Baker, California to Las Vegas. So it's a 120-mile relay race of 20 different legs to get to Vegas. And I'll be running leg 20. So I could tell you that running in the desert in the night, you never know what to prepare. So we always have to over-prepare because sometimes it could be raining, snowing, extremely hot. We've had numerous officers airlifted, so we try to prevent, yes. Every year they airlift about 3 or 4 officers. And currently there's 270 teams in Baker to Vegas from various agencies all over the world, actually. We have some from other countries coming in. So basically we're requesting $2,500 to help us support our uniform expenses, as we have not had uniforms in years. Basically what we're looking at purchasing are the warm-ups that can be utilized year after year, not coming to you multiple times, but these are obviously dry fit running gear, so if it is cold they can run in it. Otherwise we'll have our t-shirts and so forth. So basically we're coming to you. Ma'am?
I just want to let you know, and I'm sorry to interrupt because there is more that you need to say, but you have, last I heard, because my husband's been involved in this for 35 years, he used to run, now he's one of the ham radio people who, they're at different places during the race, and they speak to one another to pass on the number of the person passing and at what stage. They're the ones who call if somebody does keel over, needs air support, and a number of other things. He told us, though, at the last meeting that we had in San Fernando PD, that they thought that there weren't going to be very many teams because there was a lot of problems raising the funds. San Fernando, who's never not participated, isn't, because they were unable to raise enough funds. So that's what I wanted you to say.